All right, welcome back to the Wholesome Financials Podcast. My name is Austin.
Susie.
Sorry, I fell a second ago. And today we are talking about the U.S. Bank Business Shield card, another great 0% card that is great for balance transfers. So we're going to talk about all the data points we know about U.S. Bank, why we like it, why we recommend it. And if you have any questions or if you have the card, join in on the conversation and put some down in the description below. So that's what we're going over in this video. Let's jump into it. Starting with just some general data points that people need to know about U.S. Bank in general. Now, they already have a 0% business card. We like 0% business credit cards. They're great for capital stacking. The one that we frequent with, or the one we recommend clients, is the triple platinum. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's the triple platinum, and it's 18 months, if I'm not mistaken, of 0% for the business. So it's lucrative as far as not having to pay interest for that long. However, they're the most conservative bank out there. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I thought Wells Fargo was, but no, I've seen better approvals with Wells Fargo than U.S. Bank lately. And U.S. Bank, for sure, if you have a relationship manager, if you have somebody that you are connected with, to pass your application through underwriting in a much simpler way, that's probably going to be the way to go with U.S. Bank.
Yeah, and one thing Susie's talking about that you need to be aware of is, when we talk about underwriting or having somebody like a personal relationship manager, is normally when people apply for credit cards, they just click apply. They go online and submit their application. But that means your application is subject to be running through the algorithm, and they're not going to take in all these other heavy factors like your internal score per se. And that term differs depending on the bank or institution you're talking about. But they're not going to take that into account when it comes to figuring out not only do you get approved, but how much you get approved for. So if you can get your applications in the hands of a person, you're in a much better position because they'll have the ability to bypass the regular algorithm, and then you have a stronger chance of people looking at your application and qualifying it that way. So that's just context on that right there. But you're right. U.S. Bank is very conservative, historically conservative, and I feel like they've definitely tightened up. But a lot of banks have tightened up recently.
Yeah, so at the time of this video, we're April 14, 2026. They've definitely tightened up, but they've always kind of been tight.
Yeah, for sure.
If you want to go there.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't a bank that you probably want to go to without having an account open and then just go shoot your shot. This is probably not the bank to do that with. You might try it with the other more lenient banks, like maybe Chase, you might get away with it, but not this one. I've seen people get denied and or get like $2,000 credit limits.
So relationships, super important. Super, super important here, which makes a lot of sense. All right, just general facts that people need to know. What bureau does TransUnion pull from? I'm sorry, TransUnion. I kind of
already said it.
TransUnion.
You gave it away.
I did give it away, but that's the only one, right? Like, that's what I was going to ask. Do they double pull?
No, so they don't double pull. They do pull from TransUnion, and if I'm not mistaken, their business line of credit pulls from Equifax. So that's just another nugget out there for those who want to eventually apply for a business line of credit. FYI, they'll most likely ask for taxes for the business. So unless you have that, I wouldn't try going in for that. You know what I mean? So so TransUnion for the credit cards.
That makes sense. Now let's talk about obviously some things you need to keep in mind, just general, before we even go into specs on the card, is what we always recommend people have a 700 plus credit score. Don't have any negatives or derogatories on your credit report. You want to make sure you have an LLC, unless you plan on applying as a sole prop, then do you boo-boo. You knock yourself out.
You boo-boo.
Hey, each his own. That's what we recommend, as well as opening up a business bank account with U.S. Bank and building that relationship. So now when we're talking about the specs of the card, that's assuming that you've done all of these steps and you're good to go. If you haven't, close the laptop, pause the video, and go do that if you plan on getting any of these U.S. Bank products. So now let's talk about this card. Why does this card stand out to you? What are some things that make this card unique from other 0%. Products? Yeah, other 0% products out there.
Yeah, so there's this thing in the business world called, called. Sorry, my accent's coming out. No, so people in the funding space always want to know, hey, how do I balance transfer, right? So let's say you have debt that's already on a business card and that 0% is coming up to expire in the next month or two. Yeah. Now you're kind of scrambling because you're going to start paying interest if you don't pay this off in time, right? So let's say you have $20K and you can't pay that off in a month. Yeah. So you want to balance transfer, right? And so what that means, if no one knows, if you're watching this, it just means that you're going to transfer that $20K into a new card. Yep. And so banks will allow you to do this. Personal credit cards have balance transfers all the time. Yeah. But business cards, not so much. Not so much, yeah. But this card, this is why we're making this video, is probably one of the 1 or 2 very true 0% balance transfer cards in the market right now. And they are balance transfer 0% for 12 months, just like the initial 0% APR. So it's both. They have 0% for new purchases, and then they have 0% for balance transfers. Yeah. So it's beautiful because you get the best of both worlds. Yeah, for sure. You get to actually balance transfer and carry that debt over and start that 0% clock again on that 20K potentially, if, that was a hypothetical. But this is why we love this card. And this is why we kind of leave this card towards the end. Meaning I always tell clients like, hey, let's get you the first round and then let's wait that year out, see how much you're able to pay off from that beginning 12 months. Yeah. And then if you still have some money that you have to pay, then we can shoot for this one after that, 10-month mark or 11-month mark before that 0% expires. Absolutely. Absolutely. Some other specs about this card specifically. So one, to piggyback on what you're saying, I completely agree. If you're putting together a funding sequence, if you're trying to pick which cards do I go to apply for, which banks in what order, balance transfer cards are absolute last, really, when you need them, maybe 3 months before you need them. Just to be safe, yeah. 100%. Like, that's when you start, you're making sure you're in position and you pull the trigger when you need to. Yeah. Just the card in general, it's 5% cash back, $50 annual statement credit, which is kind of great. But that's only after $5,000 in purchases that you you get the statement credit. But you probably will if I think it's purchases though. I don't know if that counts. I don't know if what you transfer in purchases counts. Usually these like credits that you get have to be on new purchases. Yeah, for sure. They don't work if you're balance transferring money in. Now, if this card, let's say you transfer your balance onto this card and you're stuck with this card, and then you get to the end of the APR window, this does have a cool feature called they've termed it U.S. Bank Extended Pay Plan. Extended Pay, yeah. And so I don't know if you want to talk about that. Yeah, so super neat. I think the only other credit card that's done this is like Amex with the gold, but pretty much they'll allow you to have a 3-month no interest period every year. So let's say that 12-month comes up and your 0% is gone, like it's it. So for another 3 months, you can have 0% for 3 months. Yep. And then every year after that. Yeah. So year 5th, you can have another 3 months of 0%. Yeah. So I don't really know what situation, unless like you get to the end of your 0% period and it's also the end of the calendar year. If you need an extra 3-month window, I guess you would probably time applying for this card at the beginning of the year so that when the calendar year runs out, it all kind of runs out at the same time. If you happen to just hold on to balance and you're not going to move it to another card kind of thing. Yeah. Another scenario I can think of and I think would work great would be for like people in real estate. Let's say that, you have this card, the 0%, introductory period is gone. You're on year 2, and let's say you have a new project coming up and it's going to be a 4-month project. It's a rehab and you need to buy materials. Yeah. You put them on the card. You know that you have 3 months with 0%. Hopefully you can turn that bad boy around in 3 to 4 months and save yourself some cash if you utilize it as well. Yeah, that would be huge. And so the card is great. Honestly, any 0% business card is fantastic, but specifically for balance transfers, I agree.
this is a great product to go for. We have relationships. We built the relationships we talked about earlier in the video. We have them.
Yeah.
And this is what we help our clients with, because building these relationships are tough. As you already know, you're building your business, and then just trying to get a hold of these people that hold these titles and these positions that you can leverage to, increase your chances of maximum funding amounts are tough. And so we help entrepreneurs day in and day out secure the funding that they need to grow and scale their business. And so if you want to work with a funding professional, you can click the link in the description below. We do have a qualification. You do have to hit the qualifiers that I mentioned earlier in the video. But if you just need general help or direction on just those basic qualifiers, right? LLC, credit score, things like that, like we can help you with that. And so that's what I recommend. But overall, I think this is a good card, a solid card to have in your rotation, specifically at the end of your funding sequence.
Absolutely. Yeah. This is the, everyone always asks me, what's the 0% balance transfer card? Yeah. This is it right here.
Yeah. Might be the best 0% balance transfer card in the game. I might make that the title of this video.
There are other ways to, potentially have 0% balance transfer, but you kind of have to go roundabout and do like some tricks and stuff. This is a true 0% balance transfer. You can't get any better than this.
That's awesome. That's solid. All right. So that is the U.S. Bank business card part of this video. Let's talk about the behind the business segment of the podcast. This is where we talk about life, we give you updates, share stories, things like that, so you get to know us better, and we just get to yap about stuff that we like. So for this behind the business segment, I think it'd probably be good. We can either recap a trip or we can recap, experiences that we've had recently. You pick. I'll pick one.
Experiences we had recently.
Okay, so we got 2 toddlers. We got 2 little girls and we got an infant. And we homeschool them, so we're hanging out all the time. It's a huge blessing. All praises to the Most High. And we've been hanging out with them. We've been going to some cool places. We've gone to this place called Bubble Fest, which is fantastic. Yep. And it's based at a museum here located in Southern California, which is where we're at, based in the Discovery Museum. And so it was pretty cool. I had a good time.
Yeah, it was a really, really cool time. I had a lot of fun myself, which that's always a cool thing if like you enjoy whatever else the kids are also enjoying, because it's like, that's double the fun. We're not just, chaperoning, we're like enjoying ourselves. So the show, the finale was super cool. Like it was like a whole bunch of like bubbles,
actual
like
bubble show was
like
cool.
Being like projected at you at like, I don't know, 2 miles per hour. And so that was really fun. The girls had a lot of fun.
That was my favorite part, man. When you have kids, and if you have kids, you understand, like seeing light through their eyes and just seeing them get excited is awesome. And it's a pretty big museum. There's a lot to do, a lot to see. There was like a aquarium type section, and there was a grocery section, and we didn't actually even see the entire museum. We had to get up out of there.
Yeah.
So, but we had a great time. It's one of the field trips that we got to take as a homeschool family. Our oldest is the one that's actually enrolled, and so that was fun. I had a lot of fun on that trip.
I had a lot of fun too. Yeah.
Yeah, so
they keep talking about it.
Oh yeah, they want to go. I mean, we drive by it on the 5, but we'll also share other experiences. We've gone to Universal. We've also gone to other countries, things like that. And so
San Diego Zoo.
We'll share all those. Oh yeah, that's a good one. I think we might have did that already. We might have talked about it, maybe. I don't know, but we'll cover them in more of these behind the business segments. Yeah. What?
I said we can talk about it again.
That's right. All right. Okay, everybody. Thanks for tuning in for this video, and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.